but I just, in my own mind, I don't know. I was raised on Star Trek, so I like to believe there are people from other planets. To me, that feels good. And also to feel there might be hope out there, because I feel our planet is suffering so much. We are devolving, human beings are devolving, and we need help. So I like to think that there might be people from other planets who can come and rescue us, but I really don't know.
Well, Juanette, greetings to you. I will talk about the topic of publishing a video and what are its benefits for victims of cerebral control in Iraq, as well as how this would be beneficial if it was in the correct form first. So we will see this video clip, and then I will explain to you what are the errors in it.
With your relationships as well, they're gonna try and get as much information as possible from your friends as well. They're going to try and talk about your church. They might whisper into your ear that your church doesn't want you anymore because we know what you did sort of 2 months back. We know that you did something unpleasant, that sort of thing. So this is quite an elaborate, it's quite a detailed study that they go around doing. It's not just going around asking people for information. The bulk of this is that it's technology based, so it's almost like reading your mind as well. It's almost like hacking your brain in a way. It's important to note that they really do have access to your brain functioning. They've got some kind of mind mapping.
To that, you noticed the passage. The first mistake is that the victim did not appear at all. I mean, his image did not appear at all. He did not give his full name, and he did not know himself fully. He made himself a teacher and started explaining while he was supposed to be a victim who wanted help only to get rid of what he was in. Of course, if he survived the problem, it would be okay to give his experience and how he survived or mention details about it, but he is still his victim. Now we see another passage.
Itself suddenly has discovered that you are the chosen one, and it's chasing you to touch the slip of your garment because you are the one. The irony is, of course, that as I speak this sentence, tens of thousands of people worldwide are insane, and they all feel that they are the chosen one. So something is not right there. Anyway, the thing is, you never really discover what you are chosen to do, because it's like dreaming, but on steroids. You're chosen to do a bazillion things. You get a million revelations, as weird as John's in the Bible. And this information floods your brain until you short circuit, you talk nonsense, and you wet yourself. You are officially insane. The tragedy is, of course, that
3. Notice this passage, which is the correct way in which the victim appeared and knew his name. Now I am talking to you about the usefulness of the video clip for the victims. Of course, I want to say something about me because I am not a victim at all, and I am not from the Bible Church in Iraq, but I am in a war with them inside Iraq, and the reason is that they were the ones who were hitting the coalition forces in Iraq, and they were the ones who were inciting people against them. They are also the ones who killed thousands of friends of these countries in Iraq. This is the reason that I am against them, and they also consider me the enemy. I hesitate for 1 second to hit them with it as well. If I had any position in Iraq, money, property, followers, organization, or clan with me, or group as well, I would make it against them, but unfortunately I do not have all of this, so I went to something, although I know that the enemy will not care about it. I mean, does the thief consider his name a disgrace to him? This is why this gang does not care no matter what you speak against them. Also, I know that they are controlling the internet and the phone networks, so I will not be shocked if I found out that everything he used was seized or made fake pages. No matter what I speak, no one hears, only they believe me. I will not be affected, and I say there is treachery because it is a war that does not have any rules or agreement, or it is similar to a hate match in which a ruling is presented, and there is a law that both sides know here. There is no such thing as well. I was not shocked when I found that my family, they have become followers of the gang, but they are among its most loyal followers and obedience. Also when I discovered that friends I know or acquaintances also became with for that with the gang, and also, it has no effect when I ask them to help and they do not give, because it is the gang's orders to them to a team with me, and they falsely claim that I am a person with a position, or I have money, followers and properties, or I work in this gang, or I am the one who registers members for them, or I am the one who chooses their leadership elements for them, or I have a cell home of my family, or responsible for them, or leader, etc., or I am when I eat and drink, or think or take anything, I live, speak, listen, see, etc. I am recording items for them, or I give orders, etc. Also, I consider this as normal, and I would be the greatest fool if I did not expect this, because I live in a country ruled by a terrorist who made himself a prophet, and he has a network of terrorism in Iraq. It is a war with no rules, and all these methods are a normal thing, just as the security services of the previous regime used the same method, meaning when a person is against the regime, lies about him are fabricated and they make him make them. They appeared on TV and admit that they were led here by exactly the same thing. This is why I always know myself and say that I am a simple citizen in Iraq. I do not have any organization, nor am I a leader of his tribe, nor do I work in security, politics, nor the government, and I only represent myself. I have no money, property, followers, etc., and all this is because of the tricks of this gang also. I told all my friends that all the internet that I use as long as I am in Iraq does not mean anything. Even any situation for me means the gang can easily control the internet and shut down anything or tamper with it or make it something for them.
Are you trying to recruit me?
No, I'm just trying to share something meaningful with you.
Establish front groups.
We're a Bible study group.
We're a management course. We're a meditation center.
We're a world peace organization.
We're a personal development center.
We're a drug rehab center.
Promise to fulfill their dreams.
Don't you want a world of unconditional love and brotherhood?
We have the secrets to self-improvement.
You can join us and be special.
Join our elite mission to save the world. We can teach you special powers. Personal power.
Psychic power.
Past life connection. Telekinesis.
Offer them something free and get them to feel obliged to give you something in return.
Well, we gave you that free dinner. The least you could do is come to our weekend intensive.
You can tell them time is running out and that they must make their decision now or it will be too late.
This is your only chance to make it. Don't blow it.
It's important to make this commitment now.
This is an issue of burning, urgent.
Sat. Now we complete the topic about publishing the video. First, many organizations specialized in brain control are not strong or influential, and this is not because they are weak, but because it is a very difficult topic, as it mixes many aspects, meaning we find that slavery and its trade are human organs, and we find that human rights violation is also the health or medical aspect is important. It is very related to the brain and other things, also the legal aspect, and it is zero, meaning that those who classify electronic weapons as they are in the case of chemical weapons that are forbidden to use, but the first does not have any law that is considered as such, so this is still a magic wand with the hand of terrorism striking with it. Whoever wants, etc. of difficulties here, the victim does not expect much, but I am talking about Iraq only because the thief is the God, but in the countries of America and the countries of Europe and their friends are very useful because this gang is just thieves and they do not represent security or they flee, and there is a law despite this gang's nose, but the dirty situation in Iraq is completely different. The God is the thief. Here we go back. The topic also has to spread the video in a correct way. I mean, we can do it, such as submitting a request or something similar to introducing yourself first in a complete way and giving complete information. The victim's indecency is very detailed. For example, the full name, residence and work, meaning how does he live here. There must be truthfulness in everything. I know that this is an embarrassing thing, but it must. I mean, does he own a house or not? And does his family's house belong to him or does he live only with them as well? Does he own shops, cars or properties? He must say at least how many or how much money he has or who.
Gonna play that?
Well, the rules are simple. You can hide anywhere. We then try to find you.
So there's no way for me to win, right?
And stay hidden till dawn.
No, thank you. Gonna play that?
Well, the rules are simple. You can hide anywhere. we then try to find you.
So there's no way for me to win, right?
I mean, stay hidden till dawn.
No, thank you.
7. Where does he get it? And if it happens, what is his characteristic also? Is he a member of the Bible Church in Iraq, or not, or he goes to it? Secondly, it must appear in its true form in the video. He also mentions where he lives in any place exactly here. This information is very important. After this, it is not important. He is not subjected to it, and if he takes medication or treatment he heard about it, this may benefit the rest of the victims here. The reason is that the issue with victims of brain control has become random, and this is because there are no effective organizations that can be the ones who contain the victims, give them advice, search for medical treatments, or open a special record of the victims in it so that the victim is something known. But what happened was that the victims went to work randomly, but the gang took advantage of this and started to make itself a counselor. They want to keep the lights away from them so that they do not know or know that they have stolen Iraq and create such a system of weapons that have cost billions except for harm from them.
That they have committed crimes against the group. Start investigating them and make up crimes.
I think I want to leave.
You must be insane.
That they have committed crimes against the group. Start investigating them and make up crimes.
I think I want to leave.
You must be insane.
Don't do anything rash. Pa! Hurry!
Kim!
I just need to stop talking to me.
Why? What's wrong with you? Is life so bad that you want to kill yourself?
I just need the voices to stop.
Voices again? Pa! It doesn't make any sense. Kim!
I just need the voices to stop!
Voices in my head. I'm tripping. I'm trying not to listen. I'm distant. I'm trying not to lose my mind, but it's working me overtime. And I think that it's about time that I read the signs. I hear these voices in my head. I'm tripping. I'm trying not to listen. I'm distant.
8. You also have to be honest and say whether you work with them or have you belonged to them for a while and after that you knew that they were evil and then decided to leave them or escape from them, or they deceived you with something that means they made themselves the voice of God or a prophet and you believe this and then discovered that they are evil and liars, or use the horse and carrot method with you and make you think that if you become with them or one of them, you will fulfill your dreams, benefit others, or benefit yourself, and then you know that they are thieves. Also, say this before I continue. I want to reveal something to you, which is the laws of brain control gangs, and they are exploiting them in order to throw responsibility on the victims or make them as if they know they have or have positions with them or half, etc. For example, you know the laws of belonging to any organization or any work in a company or others, but these people have made themselves an organization that works with filthy laws that have no legitimacy at all, which is a fraud. For example, playing the unseen or eating and drinking, meaning if he eats, do you know this or not? Also they make the victim's family with them, so when you eat or drink something you will be with them according to their laws. Also only if you take from them some money, things, clothes, or even accommodation with them as well. Talking with them or even thinking about them also is the victim's friends. They are also brought with them. They also have a way, for example, asking how old are you, where you go, what is your education achievement or going, etc. This also is considered by them the laws of their affiliation, or you become working. 9. With them or they have or record items for them, or you working the unseen, or you have half with them, etc. of lies, and thus every attempt you make to rid yourself of them fails, because you will look like a child in the kindergarten rebelling against his family, or a donkey rebelling against whoever owns it. This is why he has the right to make you return. I mean, it is considered an internal matter only. For this reason, I advise you by the rules of a correct video that reveals all lies. I mean, when you know yourself completely and say what you do and where do you have money and how much money do you have, to you or not, etc. And all of this will reveal fraud that the gang committed on your behalf without even knowing about it. You also have to say whether you work in the dark or not.
Look at the strength of your body, the desire in your heart. I gave you this. Such a waste. Contemplate this on the tree of woe.